Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Arteza so kindly sent me the larger Inkonic pens fine liner set. This is the 120 set, and I do already have the, let me grab it here, the 72 set, and I absolutely love these pens. I am currently using them, as a matter of fact, in a picture right now. I have the 72 set in this cute pencil case, and you can fit 3 in a band, and the 72 set fits perfectly in here. All 72, like I said, I have a few missing because I'm using them right now. But yeah, I will link this pencil case down below if you want to use it for your 72 set, or if you have pencils or other thinner markers that could fit in a case like this. This works out really nice. I will also link the Inkonic sets down below. Now these are Amazon, or this is Arteza affiliate link, so if you do purchase these through the links, I do get a little bit of a kickback from Arteza at no extra cost to you. So let's have a look at the larger set. We'll open this up, and then we're gonna swatch them out. Yes, another swatching video for those of you who like the swatching videos. So it's very similar to their 72 set as far as the case. It's a nice heavy-duty metal case. Then we have on the back of the 72 set, we do have a listing, which I really like that they do this, a listing of all the colors with the number and the name of each color. So on the back of the 120 set, and this thing's heavy, we also have a listing of all of the colors with the number and the color name. So there's a lot of colors in here. Now what I want to do is I am going to swatch these out, and I am going to write down the number and the name. So this may be a little bit of a longer swatching video. And then what I want to do is I want to pause. I want to look at those swatches, and I want to compare them to the 72 set, go through and let you know what the new colors are in the 120 set versus this smaller 72 set, so that you know if you already have the 72 set, whether you want to upgrade to the larger set, or if you don't have any of these Inkonics yet, whether the 72 set would be sufficient or whether you would like to go to the larger set. You know me, I always like the largest set that are out there for the, products. But I love using these in my color by numbers books. And so, of course, when you're doing color by numbers, the more colors you have, the better, by far. So, okay, let's open the case. Oh, looky there. Oh, look at the gorgeous colors. Oh, so pretty. And of course, with the larger set, this tin is much longer than the 72 set. But here we have one tray. This is all the yellows, reds, pinks. Then we have the second tray. And I like that they put the little cushion in between, protects them in shipping. Tray number 2 has all your beautiful purples, blues, getting into some of the greens. These are so nice. I love the fact that Arteza puts the little bands on the trays, because when they only put those little, things that those little groupies that you're supposed to pick your trays out with, they're impossible, right? So we have our third tray. Look at all the greens. Wow, you are not going to be missing any green colors. And quite a few earth tones in here, although I am kind of surprised there aren't more than just these, seeing as how it is such a large set. And then I personally like the fact that they don't have a ton of grays, which a lot of times once you get into the larger sets, whether it's markers, pencils, they usually have so many different shades of gray. I am not a huge gray person, especially in fine liners. So I like the fact that the grays are a little limited and then your black. I know some of you out there love your grays. So maybe you will be disappointed, but there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's still 8 grays. And in the 72 set, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they did only add 2 additional grays, which to me is great. That means there's more of all the other colors. Okay, I am just going to swatch these right in the order that they have them in the trays. I don't know if that is going to be the same as how I have them. Probably not, because I'm sure I do not put mine in the order as what everybody else does. You know, we all have our preferences to how we like our colors, you know, in order. Let me get all of this stuff out of the way. Pardon my arm. Okay, so let me get this other stuff out of the way too. Give myself some room here. I am going to put the case itself over to the side here, so I'm not reaching in front of you guys all the time. Now I'm having a problem with my printer currently. It is a colored laser printer. I changed the black laser toner cartridge. For some reason I'm getting ghosting and some gray shading down my sheet, so I can't get rid of it no matter what I'm doing. So I have tried everything I can think of, and I've worked with laser toner cartridges my entire adult life. So I did contact the seller, and I'm waiting for him to get back to me, so we'll see. I don't know if it's a defective one or what, but so if you see like some gray shading down this page, that's why. Normally you wouldn't even see it, but because we're up close and personal, you may see it. Is it going to be close enough for you to see the colors? We'll get a little closer. Now, of course, the closer I get, the more I can get off camera. So if you see me get off camera, just yell at me through the camera and let me know, all right? Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Did you go grab a coffee or something to drink? This might be a little bit of a longer video. Okay, I think I am going to have to put this at a little bit of an angle. Well, maybe not. I'll try to write it this way. Now, all of their pens always start with an A. I'm assuming that's for Arteza. So I'm not going to write the A down. I'm just going to write the number itself down. Now, on the pens themselves, that's right, I'm not going to write the color name in here. I'm just going to write the color or the number. They do not have the color name on the barrel of the pen, just like the 72 set. Would be nice if they could have printed it, you know, on one of the sides. They couldn't, of course, have printed it on the opposite side because these are triangular in shape. If you have not seen my review of the 72 set, I will link that video down below, but it does state the color number here, Inkonic 0.4 millimeter tip, their name, and then the tip itself. Now this is a very light color, so you might not be able to see the tip itself too well. Out of all the fine liners that I have, and I have quite a few sets of fine liners, these Arteza Inkonic Fineliner pens are the best out of all of them. They are so juicy. At least my 72 set is. So I am hoping and I'm assuming this 120 set is going to be also. So I was so excited when Arteza asked if I would want to review these for them. I'm like, oh, yes, please. Yes, please. So we have 175. And I apologize, I don't have, you know, I'm not going to be able to flip over the tin and tell you the actual color name itself. But we still will be able to look at what the new colors are in this particular set versus the 72 set. Here we have 135. Some very nice pale skin tones. have 204. Try to do this swatching with my other pen in my hand so I'm not having to put it down and pick it up constantly. Maybe it'll go a little faster. We have 218. Pretty peach. We have 116. And yes, so far I can tell these are just as juicy as the 72 set. Can you see how nicely they go down on the paper? We have 202. Look at all these beautiful skin tones, pale colors. Okay, one moment. I gotta push this thing up. It's dry. My my medical alert bracelet's just a banging on the table or the desk. It's driving me crazy. Okay, 216. Okay, and we start to get into the yellows. We have 151. And I think I'm going to watch to see how closely. I know in the other set, I believe the color actually pretty closely resembled the cap, or I should say the cap represented the color pretty closely. But yeah, we'll kind of watch that and see. Now these really light colors might look a little bit dingy, again, because of my gray toner that has come out on the paper. So that is my paper's fault, not the pen's fault. 105. Oh, so pretty. Nice sunny yellow. Wonder if that was the bumblebee yellow, because I use that quite a bit. 128. Let's move up a little so I know I'm not going to get off camera here. And then they also do have, if you didn't notice, they do have the color coded bottom also, or the color on the bottom. How do you say that? That represents the ink inside. I guess it matches the cover. And we have 210. Nice darker orange. We have 203. Now that to me would almost belong more down in the browns. Maybe each of those, I don't know. I think that is supposed to be like a burnt orange though. 121. You know, and that's true in all sets, whether it be colored pencils, markers, fine liners. You know, there are just some colors where it's like, okay, where do I put it? Is that a brown? Is that an orange? Is that a green? Is that a blue? 156. Because when you get to your turquoises and things like that, it's like it's a blue and it's a green, right? Another pretty orange, a little bit lighter than the previous one. 124. So I guess this will go a little bit faster with me not writing the color names in. There is a dark peach, kind of a coral color, 206. Oh, and an even darker one. That's pretty. I just did a review of the newest coloring book that Arteza came out with. And boy, these would work really nice in that book. 112, because it's definitely one that you need something tiny to color in. And fine liners would work the best. There's a good orange. We have a 169. Very nice. Another one that's like a dark orange. Here we have what looks to be red, 101. There's your true color red. $193. Kind of a, can't really say orange red. It's almost like a coral-y type of red. 140. There's your more orange red, or red orange, I should say. Because don't you say the primary color first? So you say red, orange, and then like blue, green, not green, blue. I think that's how it is. 195. Okay, so that one's kind of in between these other two. So far they are all very distinct, different colors for the most part. There's, you know, there's a few that are kind of similar, but again, once you get into the larger sets, you are going to have that. But when you do color by numbers, having all these different shades is just a wonderful thing. 118. Cannot wait to try these out. Now I'm sure that's supposed to be a really deep red. Looks quite brownish, like a brick red. That's more on the brown side. 114. Kind of a raspberry color. Now we're getting into more of the deep reds. 182. So of course I'll definitely be switching around the order of these pens. 160. $148. Real dark red. Okay, now we get into, whoops, I dropped it. Oh, and I can't reach it from here. I'm going to have to pause one moment. And we're back. I found it. 217. Very pretty bright pink. Light, I should say, not bright. 221. Looks kind of like a deep carnation pink. Yes. So the caps do quite closely represent the ink inside, which is always nice. 149. But of course, I always suggest doing swatch charts. Of course I do. Lisa always has swatch charts. 190. I just love doing them. And I always do use my color charts when I'm coloring. Always, always. 183. And I did update my color chart binders. And I have a new one to show you. So I'm going to be doing a separate video just showing that. Now I have all my charts and everything organized if you guys are interested. 107. Nice bright pink. Not quite, that one's not quite as bright. I thought it was going to be a little more fluorescent-y looking, but it is still really close. And a couple more light pinks. 187. Pretty. Can't you see these all in flowers? 198. So you can tell the caps stay on really nice and tight so they do not dry out. But you know, I accidentally tested what Arteza said, and that's, they said that you can leave the cap off for a good 24 hours and these will not dry out. And I accidentally left a cap off when I was coloring the other night, left it off overnight. So that cap was probably off a good 12 hours, and I'm like, okay, let's test out what Arteza says. And I picked it up, started coloring with it. Yeah, you would have never guessed the cap had been off of it. So what they claim is true. I found out by accident. 163. Ooh, that's a pretty pink. Now we have 129. And like most products, I do not know, you know, the theory behind their numbering system. I don't know if any of them really have a theory behind their numbering system. They must, but who knows what it is. Just like your alcohol markers. Don't really know what the numbering system stands for. The only ones you really know are the non-budget friendlies, like your Copics and whatnot. They have more of a, you know, a reasoning behind what they name and, you know, call their markers. But a lot of these I don't know. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty. Okay, we are through the first tray. Let me get that out and we'll go to the second. Now we get to my favorites. 144. So tray number 2 is going to be my favorite tray. Pretty lilac. Well, lilac and lavender, kind of the same thing, right? 139. I mean, I know there's a difference, but and again, colors are similar, but they are all still very different. I know that doesn't make sense, but they're still a tad different. I don't think so far there is a one that looks like a complete duplicate like you get sometimes. Not saying there won't be one yet, because we could. 219. There's your pretty lilac. If you hear my dog kind of woofing in the background, yeah, we have some kids sledding across the street, and they're she's kind of going bonkers because they also have a dog with them. It's a cute little beagle. And she doesn't like them on, you know, her turf. She claims every place around the house is her turf. 184, even if it is across the street. Oh, that's pretty. Love that color. And 165. So yeah, I'm going to have a number of color charts to make. Ooh, beautiful. That's a very juicy one. Wow. Oh my goodness sakes, dog. She gets too out of control. I'm going to have to pause again and go simmer her down. Close the blinds. I tried that, and then she stuck her nose underneath the blinds anyhow. Oh, love that purple. That is 125. 188. And if it's just a dog going by, or, you know, somebody walking their dog, it only lasts so long and then they're gone, right? Well, yeah, when they're sledding across the street, you know they're going to be there a while. And we have 192. So pretty. Look at all these beautiful lilac and lavender colors. 200. Gorgeous. And they are still very closely resembling the covers. 142. Now we're getting into some darker purples. 109. Gorgeous. Shade darker than this one up here. So again, different. 136. A little bit darker yet. 191. A little more on the blue side. Last one here, which does look more blue, just like that previous one. 119. So these may be more blues than purples. That one is more of a purplish blue though, right? Okay, now we get into some of the very light blues. 205. Beautiful. It's always nice to have these real pale tones too, right? I don't care what color it is, it's nice to have the light shades of them too. 117. So like your pale yellows, pales pinks, pales purples, blues, greens, all of them. 159. And I do like the fact that you can so easily read the the numbers on here. That was one thing that I had a problem with their, now all I think of is Inkonics. Their twine markers is I have a little bit of a problem reading, you know, on the barrel because it's white on a clear barrel. And so, yeah, it's a little bit harder to read, but these you can read quite easily. 167. Be nice if the twine markers had like black writing on them. 108. Or maybe the white lettering if it's a black, you know, dark color, and the black lettering if it's a lighter color. Oh, these are really pretty colors. Beautiful blues. 131. So they just keep getting darker. Beautiful. 208. can also get these in and out of these trays really nice. 186. Getting into some of the darker blues now. Oh, that's like a real deep denim blue. Then we do go back to some lighter ones, so they did just throw a dark one in there to throw me off. 211. Kind of a blue-gray. 123. There's like a true blue. 168. $180, and we're almost through the blues. 4 more, but look at all the blues. Holy cow. Blues and greens, I think, are the largest color in this set. Are the largest colors. Get your proper English, Lisa. $155. Let's move up a little. I cannot wait to use these. 103. So you bet your bottom dollar this color chart's going to be at the top of my list. I have a number of videos to do yet today, so earliest I'll get to it would be tonight, but 141. And this is the last blue. Real dark, dark blue. Now, how different is that? Okay, that is a little bit darker than this other one. So we have a couple of really dark blues. Let's go on to the greens. All right, we start out with 209. Oh, pretty pale mint green. Look at the color cap. Isn't that gorgeous? Love mint green. 181. Oh, that's pretty too. These are not scratchy whatsoever. I do like my, oh gosh, what is the name of them now? 215. My shuttle art. It's 100 set of fine liners. But they're not near this juicy either. Okay, those two are a little similar, but this has a little bit more green to it. I don't know if that shows on camera or not. Yeah, on camera they look pretty similar, but yeah, this is a little more greener than that. 171. A little bit deeper shade. Ooh, this cover looks gorgeous. I'm hoping it's that color. 133. Oh yes, beautiful teal. One of my all-time favorite colors. We have a couple paler greens now. 214. Similar to these, but again, more on the green side. 177. Shade darker. And I know I'm not writing neat because I just want to write it fast. not take time to write it perfectly. Oh, so we have another nice succession of colors there. One more in this tray. We have 138, which looks to be a little bit darker than the previous three. Oh, yes. And that beautiful deep teal would come down there. Okay, let's go on to the last and final tray, and we'll get to all the rest of these greens. We have 127, which looks to be the darkest in this little series of colors. Yes. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice forest, deep forest green. Let's go into some lighter greens. These aren't the real bright greens because they're coming down closer to the end. 220, so they did not put the greens from, you know, brightest, lightest to the darkest like I do. But that's a pretty light one. And we have 145. So even though we're at the last tray in the bottom of the tin, it's still easy to get them out, which is nice. Sometimes your bottom tray, it's really hard to get things out if you leave your supplies, you know, in the tins and don't put them in cases. And 179, last on this page. Very pretty green. And let's go to the second page. All right. Here we have 122. $161. And 120. $132. Lots of greens to get through yet. That's a pretty dark green. And 113. Ooh, that's pretty. There's like a pure green color. 106. Ooh, that's a real juicy one too. Some of these are really, really juicy. 207. Ooh, that one too. It's a real deep, deep green. Wow. And what looks to be kind of a mossy green, 201. I don't know about you guys, but I love the shape of these triangles. You know, the shape of the pens. I just love the feel of them in my hand as I'm coloring. They feel so much more comfortable to hold than the round ones. Not that the round ones aren't bad either, but it just seems your fingers seem to fit on this triangular barrel so nice. The one downfall to that is, though, you know, you do have to make sure your fingers are situated on it right, you know. So you do have to adjust it a little bit sometimes, but I overall much prefer this triangular shape. More on the yellow side. 147. Ooh, that's a pretty spring green. we have 1, 1, 1. Kind of a grass green. 150. And again, with all of these greens, I have not seen a duplicate color at all. Some of them, like I said, are similar, but yet different at the same time, if that makes any sense. 153. You know, they're a shade different. There's a pretty bright green. $126. Nice olive green. $146. And a deeper olive green. Now we're going to go into some lighter ones again. 154. And this looks to be the lightest, almost resembles yellow, but I'm assuming it's going to have a green tint to it. 213. Well, that looks like neon yellow to me. We'll see what they gave it for the color name when I'm done. Let's go up here to the very last column. We have 152. Ooh, that's a pretty green. $170. Now we're getting into some of the greeny browns. You know, they're more on the brown side. So, and then we'll get into the browns completely. $197. So yeah, this to me is more of a brown, I guess, that's on the green side. Kind of a combo here. I can see why they proceeded in this manner. 157. It's a nice light brown. 178. Nice tan. 137. Each brown is going to keep continuing to get darker. 102. Oh, I like that brown. That's pretty. 164. And the last dark brown is 134. Very nice, dark brown. Let's get into the grays. And we'll be done after the black. 222. Very warm gray, brown gray. 212. And then a very cool gray. 173. cool gray, but much, much lighter. I think that's the lightest out of the grays. So again, I'll be rearranging these. 143. Very much a blue gray. 174. And wait a minute. Okay, I'm confused. Why do I have two 174s? I don't know if I'm missing something else. I'm going to have to look. Because, yeah, I'm going to just say times 2 here. Because, yeah, this, I thought I was looking at it wrong, but no. Let's see the color. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. I'm looking at the color of the caps. This one looks a hair lighter. No, I guess they're the same. Okay, so yeah, I have a duplicate. So I'm just going to ask Arteza about that. I'll contact them. 130, so I'm going to skip that one. I'm assuming that was a boo-boo. 172, unless they feel, because you know people use a lot of gray, they give you 2 of them. I doubt it though. Very dark gray. And finally we have 104, which is our black. I always like to see how black the black is, and this one's very nice, very jet black. Okay, so let me put these all back in the tin. I'm going to look on the back of the tin quick and just see if there is a gray that I am missing. Let me back you back out. And let's just compare these. We have 122, which is, or 222, which is fog gray. Yep. 212. Yep. 173. Yes. 143. 174. 115. That's the one I don't have. So I don't have a 115, which is smoke gray, and I know in the Arteza twine markers I do use that one quite a bit. So I am missing one. I will contact Arteza about that, but I'm assuming, you know, you will have all 120 of them. So let's back out all the way. What I am going to do then, I am going to pause at this point. Oh my gosh, I love this set. I'm going to go through, I'm going to compare the 120s that I just swatched out with what I have typed up and completed for the 72 set. I'm going to make, you know, little check marks by the colors in this 120 set that is not included in the 72 set. And I'll be right back. Okay, phew, I am back. Took me a while. I kept coming up with more than 48 new colors with check marks, as I put a check mark by what all the new colors are. Yeah, I had to go back through them and stuff because in my chart I have them located in total different areas than what I have on here. So it took me a while to figure out the 48 new colors. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we have, as you can see here, a ton of new flesh tones, pale yellows, couple new colors in through here. So for the oranges, another dark orange here, couple of additional reds. This real magenta kind of color is new. Couple of the paler pinks are new. This darker pink, another magenta, darker magenta is new. Another pink. This pink is new. These bottom two that are getting into the, and you can't even see that. These bottom two that are getting into the purples are new. So kind of like orchid colors. This really pale lilac is new. That's a beautiful addition. This one I absolutely love. That's my all-time favorite color, is new. Very closely resembles this one, but it's a little bit brighter. So I love that. We have a couple more pale colors that are new. So they added a lot of newer pale colors, which is awesome. Here's your kind of a blueberry blue. I think actually that's what it's called maybe. And this is another wonderful addition. Beautiful pale blue. Here we have another blue that coordinates with these others. A little bit darker there. Here we have more on the greener side. This one is new, a real grayish blue. This one down here is new. Then look at all of the, well, these two aren't new. I thought they were, but I found them. So this one, and this one are new. Now these two are kind of similar. They're quite similar. Let's move up here. This one and this one are both new. And to me, they're pretty similar. I think we could have had one or the other. I didn't think we needed both of these. And you'll see why when we get to the browns. This one is new, and this one, and again they are different because this one's definitely darker, but again kind of similar. These three are new, so those are nice additions. I like that bright green. Look at all of these from here to here. These are all new greens. So we have this one, we have this darker one, we have this super dark green. We have this gray green, I believe. Yeah, 120, yeah. 201 is new. 176 and 199 are new. These we had, this one is new. And this one, and I looked it up on the back of the tin, it is new, and it is called fluorescent yellow. So I don't know why they have it in here with the greens, but it is fluorescent yellow. So that is new. These two are the only new brown type of shades. The rest of these are all from the 72 set. And then this one is new. So, in my personal opinion, let's zoom back out a little. And this is only my personal opinion. I know we all love our skin tones, but again, some of these are so close, like this one and this one. 135 and 218 to me are very, very similar. And the addition of all of these are quite nice, but again, we have some colors that are quite similar. Not exact, but kind of similar. These down here are a little similar. So while I love them, I think, in my opinion again, it would have been neat to possibly have added to the earth tones, to the browns. Maybe took out a few of these that were real similar and maybe added to the browns a little bit more. We all love our earth tones, right? So yeah, I think I would have liked to see more in this area. But otherwise, I think the new additions are fantastic, other than that one fact. And like I said, these are definitely as juicy and as nice as the smaller 72 set. So yeah, I cannot wait to make out the new color chart. Again, I'm going to be putting them in my order. However, I have discovered a few things when I was going through and determining what was the new 48 colors, that I really have some things misplaced on here. Like this ice blue, I put it here because of its name, ice blue, but yet in the 120 set they did have it by the grays, and that's why I couldn't find it. And it does belong by the grays, even though its name is ice blue. It definitely belongs by the grays. So I am going to keep the 72 set color chart. I'm going to rearrange it though, because as I always say, all of my color charts are available to any of my subscribers for free at this time. I may change this in the future because I do put a lot of time and effort into my color charts. I don't know. I don't want to say anything at this point in time, but as of right now, all my color charts are available to any of you. Just send me an email. And in future color and chats, I always let you know when I have a new color chart available, or if one has been updated. Like I stated before, I do want to update some other color charts too. But so I'm rambling. This is a review of the new Arteza Inkonic pens. So that is my review of them. That is the swatching of the new 120 set. Like I said, I love them. And yeah, we'll be making this new color chart. So thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the brand new pretty colors that Arteza came out with in their Inkonic line. And if you liked it, hit that like button and subscribe. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I put out new videos. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. And as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys. Don't ramble so much if you want to put these reviews.